Hey everyone, this is Mandy. Welcome back, and we're going to do a bloom on this 8-inch MDF. This is salmon gum. I'm using up some old paint. So this is salmon gum from Matisse. Love the color. I've not had the best success with it in blooms. This is pink Anthurium from Colourarte. Love the color. I think salmon gum works well drizzled or as a bottom layer. This is red violet, Australian red violet from Matisse. It's opaque, so it tends to take, not Australian red violet, but salmon gum tends to take over. That's Buttercup from Colourarte. This is Huckleberry from Colourarte. This is a glitz color, so it's got a little bit more opacity. And this is Deep Sea from Global. I have discount codes. I get the Global Paint from Pixel Paint Designs. I have discount codes for both Colourarte and Pixel Paint Designs in the description box below. You can save 20% on Colourarte using Mandy1120, and Mandy10 saves you 10% from Pixel Paint. That's where I get my Global Paint, Boom Gels, Australian Floetrol. I also decided to add in French Silk, which is the PrizmPour color from Colourarte. It's been mixed up a while. It's a little thick, so I just put it underneath the salmon gum. So where I've seen salmon gum be successful is if it's kind of drizzled or if it's used as a bottom layer. And I really think it's going to be beautiful as a bottom layer. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh my gosh, my stomach's growling so loud. I hope you can't hear that. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this bloom. This bloom does end up getting scraped, and I think you'll be able to see why. I used too many dark colors up at the top and realized there was just not enough contrast. And so I end up scraping it and going again and really liking the second result. So I am using 2 cell activators. I'm using a lamp black from Amsterdam and titanium white from Graham. And the other challenge is you can see how thick my paint was. But I wanted to use up some of these colors I've had mixed up for forever. So instead of being strategic with my colors, I just went and grabbed colors that need to be used and broke them out. So you can see how it's getting too dark, right? I mean, the pink Anthurium is going to be transparent, so it's going to be lighter than it looks, but all the remaining colors are dark. So a good rule of thumb when you're doing blooms is to layer them light and dark. But also keep in mind that pigment colors, even though they're lighter, they're semi-transparent most of the time. So that little bit of yellow will definitely get overshadowed by the dark Huckleberry. So anyway, I also realized I used too much of the deep sea color in this one. So those are some of the things I learned. So I was going to speed through it, and I will speed through blowing it out. But I figured you should learn along with me. Now, if I had just used a white cell activator and not a white and black one, it may not have been a big deal that it was so dark without a lot of contrast. But because I used white and black, it definitely made a difference. So, but the whole purpose of this was to practice blowing out the blooms, which I'm happy to say I'm getting a little bit better at. So I'm going to speed through the rest, and then I'll show you the second one. All right, so I'm putting the black down first and then the white. I'm getting a little bit better at spreading out the target with my first initial blow, but I'm not getting, I still lack consistency in spreading out the center enough in the first blow. So obviously with the white on the top and the black on the bottom, you get kind of the lacing effect, which is kind of cool. If you put the white on the bottom and the black on the top, it's more bubbly, which is also really cool. Just depends on what you're looking for. I wanted the white to show, so that's why I did it this way. So hang in with me for the next one. All right, so take 2. So French silk. Still too thick. I didn't thin it down. I thinned down salmon gum a wee bit. You can see it flows a little better. And I ended up having a little bit of both of those colors left, and I mixed them later on. Buttercup. I thinned down a little bit. Obviously, I sped this up a little bit for your benefit. Now, I decided to put just a smidge of the deep sea down here. Pink Anthurium. I did use it up, so there's quite a bit of it in there. And Huckleberry. Just decided to take it a little bit easy with, well, no, I used quite a bit of it still. And I put a little bit of the Buttercup on top just to soften it a little bit. And apparently a little bit more. And put a little bit of the red violet up at the top. I still decided to use a dual cell activator. And I used a little bit too much black. You can see the way it spreads out. I didn't blow out the center perfectly, so the black ends up kind of creating a little bit of a shadow. But it kind of works. You can see, sorry about the blurriness, getting a little bit better, but I left too much in the center. So, sorry it gets blurry. It's trying to focus on my head, I think. So at first I was like, oh, I don't know. But then the more I tweaked it, the better it got. And hopefully that autofocus will knock it off in a minute. It really irritates me because if I'm not looking right at the camera, I can't tell that it's happening. And so I can't tell until I go to check the camera, and it's been doing that for who knows how long. So hopefully it will snap out of it shortly. It happens when I zoom in. I'm hoping it'll stop. I'm sorry that it's still blurry. There we go. But look how pretty the center is. But you can see what I mean about the black, right? We didn't even use black as a color, but that's kind of what it looks like when you do. So, yeah, I don't know. But it kind of adds character. So, but at this point, I'm looking at it thinking, man, this black looks really weird. And I'm trying to figure out if I can make sense of it and make it look okay. So, I love the center though. So pretty. So I just keep spinning and trying to kind of distribute the black a little bit more evenly across the bloom. And in the end result, I do really like it. And I think it'll be really pretty. But it's completely different. And if I did it again, I think I would have, I don't know, I like the touch of the deep sea, but I think I would maybe use less Huckleberry and maybe no deep sea, or less deep sea and very little black cell activator. I've never had the black cell activator quite do that. It's like I didn't blow it out across the sides well enough, and so it just never stretched all the way out. It was super weird, but this is a bloom practice for you, you know, like this is the real struggles. So I did have a ton of bubbles because I had thinned out the paint. Let me bring you in for a close-up. All right, so kind of unassuming till you see her up close. Then you see how pretty she is, even with the weird black parts. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on my practicing journey. You can see how salmon gum looks really pretty with the pigment across the top. Don't forget to check out the description box. Lots of discounts, social media links, all that stuff. And if you're new, please subscribe and let me know you're here. Thanks for watching. Bye.